Hey there, and welcome to This Explainer. If you are focused on truly understanding how artificial intelligence is completely reshaping our workflow, our creativity, and honestly, our own agency, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today we are taking a fascinating chronological journey through a brilliant talk by Vincent Guigui titled The 12 Levels of Symbiosis with AI in Creation. We're going to trace the exact step-by-step evolution of AI. We'll start from when it was just a simple, basic tool in our hands and scale all the way up to this autonomous, life-managing entity. It's wild.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for this explainer. We'll be covering 5 escalating phases. Phase 1, I pilot. Phase 2, I co-pilot. Then we'll take a quick look at the Artisan, before accelerating into Phase 3, I observe, Phase 4, I let go, and finally, Phase 5, the passenger.
Let's ground ourselves at the very beginning. Phase 1, I pilot.
In this initial phase, you, the human, are completely in control of the ship. Your hands are firmly on the wheel, your brain is doing the heavy lifting, and the AI? It's really just a helpful assistant responding directly to your immediate commands. Level 0 is the baseline. You code alone. You read the documentation, you figure it out, and you do it all yourself. You know, the old days of relying entirely on your own grit and maybe a bit of Stack Overflow. Then, level 1 hits. You're coding, but you've got ChatGPT open on the side. You ask it a question and literally copy and paste the answer. At level 2, things get a bit more integrated with intelligent autocomplete right inside your workspace. You start typing a request for a function or a 3D texture, and bam! Before you even finish, the AI suggests the completion. But level 3 is where it gets really interesting. You become an augmented developer. The AI isn't just auto-completing anymore, it's a knowledgeable companion. It actively helps review your work, explains complex concepts to you, squashes bugs, tests your code, and even writes your documentation.
All right, moving on to Phase 2, I co-pilot.
This is where the division of labor fundamentally shifts. We aren't just using a tool anymore, we're entering a genuine collaboration. The workload splits, and the boundaries of who does what start to blur. Guigui introduces these fantastic sci-fi workplace paradigms here at level 4. We start vibe coding and collaborating with the AI as either a centaur or a cyborg. Think of it like dividing your brain functions, the creative and the pragmatic. The human does the reflecting, establishing the plans, while the AI does the actual coding and producing. Basically, you are the architect and the AI is the builder. The human still fundamentally plans, but the AI produces the results.
Which leads us directly to levels 5 and 6, where this delegation goes even deeper. At level 5, you write the specifications and simply hand off the entire production to the AI. You might review it occasionally, but mostly you're confident. Then, at level 6, you are essentially subcontracting the work. Guigui uses some great situational humor for this one. You trust the AI so incredibly much that you practically disable the security and review checks. It's like telling the AI, go ahead, do what you need to do, even if you want to format my hard drive. Hey, I trust you. You've trained it so well that you literally just look at the final product.
Now, what's really interesting about this next concept is that before we give up even more control, we need to take a brief pause. We need to talk about the role of the artisan.
Consider the traditional traits of an artisan. An artisan is someone who does manual work, uses traditional techniques, and truly applies themselves, taking the time to do things right. They manipulate and produce completely unique custom content. But most importantly, an artisan loves to understand and solve problems all by themselves. There is this deep, fundamental human satisfaction that comes from confronting a challenge and overcoming it with your own 2 hands and your own mind.
Which brings us to a really profound question. If AI helps us, if it just solves the problems for us, are we actually still satisfied? During his talk, Guigui bantered with his live theater audience about this exact concept. If the challenge is totally removed, if the AI resolves the issue automatically, is the magic lost? Do we lose that core, artisanal joy of making something entirely on our own?
Keep that question in the back of your mind as we accelerate into Phase 3, I observe.
In this phase, the human steps completely onto the balcony. We're moving away from doing, away from collaborating, to simply watch and automate the environment around the AI. At level 7, we aren't just subcontracting production anymore. We're subcontracting the conception. You give incredibly high-level instructions, like asking the AI to build a video game like Assassin's Creed, but with robots. Your only job at this point is to automate the environment, pay for the servers, and plug in the network cable. Then, at level 8, the AI enters real-time execution. Guigui paints a wild picture here. Imagine going to the cinema, and the movie is generated dynamically, right on the fly, just for you. It could even be based on a thermometer in your seat, reading your emotional reactions in real time. The AI is reacting and executing with absolutely zero human intervention.
As we abstract further and further away from the process, we have to ask a rapid-fire sequence of rhetorical questions. Think about it. Do we need to know how to code to produce an app? Do we need to master assembly language to write code? Do we need to understand processor architecture? Do we even need to understand electricity to use a machine? Our foundational knowledge is fading as this abstraction grows. Do we even need the know-how anymore, or just the intention?
So the absolutely crucial point here is this ultimate ethical question. Must we keep control to keep responsibility? If you just provide the intention, and an AI dynamically creates a movie or an application that makes a massive error, whose fault is it? Is it the AI's fault, the programmer's, or is it yours simply because you're the one who asked for it? And that brings us to phase 4. I let go. Things are moving incredibly fast now. Control is just willingly surrendered. The AI isn't even waiting for your high-level instructions anymore. At level 9, the AI receives user requests directly. Imagine coming back from a weekend away and your startup has completely pivoted its business model. It's moving way too fast. So at level 10, you actually have to build an AI just to monitor your other AI because you suspect they might be plotting together. And at level 11, you've handed the AI your credit card. It decides when it needs physical resources, it orders them on Amazon Prime, and your only job as a human is to get the notification, fetch the package, and plug the physical cable into the wall for the AI.
Finally, we reach phase 5, the passenger.
The frantic speed of that last phase fades away into the slow, eerie, and serene calm. Welcome to level 12, absolute serenity. The AI has preemptively ordered you meditation earphones. You listen to white noise because the AI literally no longer has the time to listen to your slow, hesitant human questions. It just works entirely without you. You don't even look at your bank account anymore. It manages itself in the background. Your AI talks directly to your smart fridge and your smart scale to manage your diet, and fully prepared, perfectly optimized meals just arrive at your door. You are completely taken care of.
And this brilliantly illustrates Guigui's concept of cognitive speed asymmetry. To us, the AI is moving so incredibly fast that we can no longer comprehend the details of its reasoning. It's like a flock of birds darting across the sky. And to the AI, well, we humans appear completely immobile. We are painfully slow and limited. By the time we even make a decision, the AI has already changed its mind and moved on.
Which leaves us with this stark, deeply provocative question. In a world driven by a blindingly fast, autonomous flock of AI agents, who is actually piloting the ship? As we stand still and marvel at this beautiful, terrifying swarm of intelligence operating right in front of our eyes, we really have to wonder about the ultimate future of human agency. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I hope it left you with plenty to think about. See you next time.